Do you hate me for making you do this early in the morning? Sometimes I feel that,
It
so
is a
I'm just
little
saying.
early in the morning for sure, and
Yeah,
especially
my thing is, y- I saw this video yesterday and I related it to it so hard. Like,
mm,
it's one of those subway takes where this girl talks about that dinner parties should not happen after 7 p.m. Right? Because the moment anything is after 7 p.m., you start doing things like, oh shit, is it about to rain? Oh shit, the bed looks so comfortable. Let me watch an episode till we have to leave. And then I feel like it's a modern thing, a modern problem where we all start making excuses to not go somewhere, right?
yeah,
My 7 p.m. has become like 11 a.m. After 11 a.m., work wise, life wise, if I have to start doing anything, it feels like extracurricular. Like, so I try to like whatever I have to do, even if it's work, right? I've become that person where I'll get up at 6, I'll fucking renegade, do it. But after 11 a.m., I like to start winding, winding down till night time.
oh, 11 a.m. is like very early. Even by old people standards, it's early.
No,
Sorry, my
no,
cat is trying to
but
jump at the laptop.
oh, that's perfect. No, I'm being extra. I feel like 4, 5 p.m. is a good time to like retire. Retire means what? Gaming, movies, music, whatever, reading, anything, but like,
Nice,
so
nice.
that.
For a
क्या
long
चल रहा
time,
है?
like because we used to have these habitat shows or like these J Sport shows at midnight. Like I would come back home by like 1:32 after doing these
Hmm.
gigs and
Hmm.
then like chill for a bit. Like sometimes we would not eat dinner until I've come back. So dinner would happen late. Just like everything body clock cycle wise and everything would get fucked. So
Ah,
I've stopped those midnight shows. I've almost like entirely stopped. Once in a while I'll do like an 11 p.m. show, which ends at like 12:30, but nothing beyond that. And I don't like, of course, the youngsters in Mumbai are all like, "Oh, let's go out," and I'm like, just like, why?
still,
Why
like
do
that
you?
still happens. I feel like I've been so
Yeah,
out of Bombay. I'm like, what insights are there about Bombay now? Like this,
nothing's
like
changed. Yeah,
people
I
are
think this
still
is like,
into to go out.
yeah, I think this is a generation of people who come into the city, right? Like it's like almost that. So if you are
Okay.
going from like Juhu and you see that whole bar bank ka kachara or like that, those are the regular spots that people usually go to
Yeah.
tap and all. So there's that whole like people like this they vomit themselves out onto the roads once the bars are shut.
Yeah.
I'll tell you because like you was talking about like not wanting to leave F4 anyway. That day we booked the tickets for Weapons at like for 10:50 show, almost 11 p.m. essentially. And like I was gung ho because I was like I spent an entire day cleaning my bookshelf, and I was very proud of
Hmm.
the work I'd achieved because like the bookshelf was not. I had put like a sticky note on the bookshelf from 3 months, clean it karke, but because like
Hmm.
multiple trips and everything happened, I didn't have the bandwidth to sit down
Right.
and do it finally. So I did it that day, and then I'm like, cool. Now I can go and watch the movie Ratko. But as soon as we were supposed to leave for the movie, it was like, oh, the bed is so comfortable and everything is so nice, and why do we have to go and all of that? But it was good. The movie was really fun to watch. It was a comedy.
I
I don't,
had
have you heard about the
it's the
film?
only yeah. No, I've not watched it. So don't and I'm very eager to watch it because it's the only horror left for me. I watched all the Bring Her Back together. This was a good year for
Oh,
horror. I
Bring Her
love
Back.
it.
I want to
Like
watch. Sally Hawkins,
Bring
no?
Her Back was too much fun. Very
Yeah,
innovative.
correct. Same
And
guys
like
who
just
made
I
that
feel like I
Letter
truly
and
feel like yeah, but that previous movie, Talk to the Hand. What was it?
Talk to
Talk to
Me,
Me.
Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hated it. I was like, yeah, it was very, I get it in a Gen Z horror category. It was like effective, but मेरे को तो बहुत चूतिया movie लगा. Like, I
yeah, it's
don't
like
know.
the
And
characters
then,
are pretty stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then that's what you expect from like that generation of like kids who will
yeah,
be doing it for
yeah.
social media and all that.
And I have no patience. This meme, there's almost a meme around it, but like in horror films, if your character looks for trouble, like, they have a
Yeah,
chance to escape, but they will go back to save someone. I have no patience for that anymore because we've been around on this planet for now 40 years. I'm
yeah.
like, no, yeah, I'm not going to like fall for that again. right?
There's a
मेरे को
very
इधर
famous.
चांस मिलता है, I fucking totally leave a place. I won't come back. A party also. So why would I go back to some
Yeah,
haunted fucking house?
like if you put rational thought in ghost films or horror films, then the plot is done essentially. It's pretty much
Yeah.
over. Because I remember like there's a famous Ralphie May bit. The Ralphie May used to be a comic, like big obese guy, okay. But one of his bits is about like watching a horror film with black people. And it's like one of the funniest thing because black people are constantly saying, yelling at the screen, "Girl, don't go there! There's a killer
Yeah.
behind the door,
Yeah.
and there you now gonna get killed, you bitch."
Yeah.
So like it's just like
Yeah.
too funny. The whole idea of like, like if
Yeah.
you're a black person in a horror film, run first. If you're a black gay
Yeah.
person, run faster. Just
Yeah.
like run
Yeah.
fast
Yeah.
from trouble
Yeah.
essentially.
Which is that whole
Uh
sequence in Scary Movie is that, no, where the black chick tells Anna Faris, "Run, girl,
yeah,
run, don't," from the skeleton. Oh my God, I can't wait to rewatch all the Scary Movies because the new one has been
yeah.
announced.
Seven, no
Excited.
scary movie seven.
Scary Movie. Wow,
Six
no,
or
five,
seven.
five. Scary Movie five, I think. And but somewhere I'm like, क्या करेंगे? The thing is, back then in the VCD generation, because Scary Movie is a, it's like a Frankenstein of multiple popular scenes
Yeah,
of other
yeah,
movies,
yeah.
right? A spoof film. Like, but now apparently I've not seen it, but Naked Gun is really doing well. Like, it's got
I've been
great
hearing,
reviews and
yeah.
all. And I
It
love
came
Naked Gun.
hardly for like a week in Mumbai and then it left. So by the time I
No,
came
but
back
it's
in Europe,
almost,
it was gone.
it's, I feel in a week's time it will be out on Horrent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
But,
yeah.
oh my God, your cat looks so cute, just sitting like that.
Yeah, that's a
But
small
yeah,
spot.
I don't know how now, what movies are so popular that you can take scenes out of. So like this Talk to Hand or whatever that movie they take, but
No,
sometimes I'm
so
like,
so weapons car references already being done where like people are
okay,
like, yeah, I want Anna Faris to run like the children running in the movie, and they all run
oh
like
my
this,
God.
like the heart thriller
Okay,
cases.
don't divulge anything. Don't divulge anything. I nowadays I've
That's
reached
it.
a point where I don't even watch a trailer of a movie. I just like,
Yeah, I think with weapons, don't watch any media around it because the gays have already started joining like the thing in Twitter. It's
hmm,
usually it's like because you have to be very much with Twitter gays, you have to be like on brand, very much
yeah.
get your finger on the pulse of the pop culture right
I
now,
like
kind
when
of.
gays co-opted horror movies. So, like, I think it
Yeah,
started with
yeah.
Babadook, like where not even Babadook. I feel like they do have some any other you can think of like other than Babadook, like that becomes like a
I think
popular.
even like if you go back in time as well, like Clue has been a very
Oh,
famous.
the nun from Conjuring. She's
Yeah, the
also quite a
Nun. Going back in time as well, Clue. If you ever heard of Clue, the film.
uh, the mansion and everybody is
Yeah,
invited to
yeah,
this.
yeah,
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 yeah. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and it's like a very famous spin on Agatha Christie's, and then there were none kind of. But all the
Uh,
actors are
uh,
comedic actors. So if you watch the movie, it's very like
yeah,
it's very fucking outlandish. It's very weird,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
comes together in a very beautiful, cohesive way if you watch it. So
Mm,
I think that
mm,
was like a Rocky Horror Picture Show,
mm,
famously gay as fuck, like very openly spandex and leather and
mm.
kink and like the more they would make queer
Texas
people
Chainsaw.
deviants,
Mm.
yeah, Texas Chainsaw, all of these had like very much queer elements also. You should
Sometimes I
watch
feel
watch
very
Weapons because I want
retro.
to talk to you afterwards. I want to do a
I
debrief
can't
of
wait.
Weapons
I'm
with you.
actually, yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought I'll watch it, but in Goa, if you see the theaters, you're like, घर पे ही देख लेता. You know what I mean?
I can
Even
imagine.
the
That's the
Inox
one
and all
thing.
here is all
Yeah,
like थोड़ा थका हुआ.
I've
So
been
I'm
telling Abhi the
like,
same
okay.
thing. If we move to Goa, there are certain lifestyle things that Bombay has. We'll have to forego in Goa
Not that
for
I
sure.
miss it. I'm very happy with my
Mm,
OLED television. But yeah,
yeah.
like that, I have like a setup at home where I don't. I actually sometimes feel like I tend to focus more and be more attentive if I watch a movie at home now. But
Mm.
what did I watch recently? Oh God, I do Pixar should retire. Really, I saw that Elio.
I've not been bothered with that film.
Oh my God. The thing is, I'm going through a bit of a mental rough patch, right?
Mm,
And I know everybody likes Ghibli movies and Studio Ghibli and all of that, but
mm,
I have realized that, there are comfort things that you watch, like whatever. Some people watch The Office, some people watch The Friends. Like sitcoms have always been known for, like, because of the nostalgia, everything, it soothes you a bit when you're not feeling good in life, when you're sick or whatever. I have realized there is no greater, fuck the movie itself, but just watch a Studio Ghibli movie when you're not feeling well. It
yeah,
innately is like medicine. Like, just the way you'll see some color, like the choice of pink or the green, it's very like, it's like a pimple popping video type satisfaction of just seeing,
yeah,
and I'll watch not even the popular Ghibli stuff. I'll watch the obscure stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not even into the story, but
yeah,
I'm just like, I feel so healed after watching it, just because I like, this is what a superstore looked like in the 90s. This is what
yeah,
cars
yeah.
and I don't know, somewhere it was just like, so I saw, by the way, I finally saw Ratatouille. Can you believe it? I had never watched Ratatouille in my life.
What did you think
Uh,
as a person who
and
cooks?
all my friends, their jaw would fall because, dude, you love food and you love. I loved it. It was adorable. But then I also
Mm,
watched the latest Elio, and I'm like, what? What is this fucking crap? Like, uh, I'm just so done with like
yeah.
the world mass producing everything.
Yeah, Pixar's definitely lost its touch in that way, and like lot of good people have also left the company to do their own thing, like because
Mm-hmm.
of how they and one of the biggest issues that happened was like Disney was pumping all the money into Marvel stuff more so now, so the animators and even like the artists and everyone are like working overtime to render Captain America's
Mm-hmm.
wings, let's say, like
Yeah.
instead of them
Yeah.
doing good animation, which is like what deserves their attention. It's
Mm.
like it's all the industry is quite sad. uh Even like and but you are right with the Ghibli stuff also. I have noticed because like the characters whenever they're in the story in Ghibli movies are like going through so much shit that they're like Ghibli or Ghibli. What?
Whichever, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I say Ghibli. Fuck it.
Even I say
uh
G.
yeah, but they have. You want to join in? Good process.
अपनी
So
विशेष टिप्पणी. I love Dil Chahta Hai. Dil Chahta Hai is such a
yeah,
good movie, right? And
it is.
but
Yeah,
there's that one dialogue in it that just always sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, you get it, right? These are boys who hop into their dad's Mercedes to go to Goa. But
yeah,
there's one scene where Saif Ali Khan is asking for advice from Akshay Khanna, and this about his girlfriend, his over possessive girlfriend. And Amir Khan says something wise. He does a wise crack. And Saif Ali Khan goes like, समीर मुझे इस समय तुम्हारी विशेष टिप्पणी की जरूरत नहीं है. And
yeah,
I always,
yeah, yeah,
I feel like that movie is so fresh, and like, this captured what it was like to be a teenager in the early 2000s. But that one dialogue, I was like,
yeah,
nobody says मुझे तुम्हारे विशेष टिप्पणी की जरूरत नहीं है. Ah!
yeah. This would come in like textbooks under after like the chapter was done. At the end, there'd be like a Vishesh Tipani at the end of it. That's
Get
the
out. I've
don't
never,
know
the
no.
first time I heard of it was in Dilshad. So yeah. And for me, it's
Yeah,
especially weird because that movie was synonymous with Goa then. In fact, I
mm,
feel like I remember watching an interview around that time and someone saying that Goa's tourism had quadrupled after Dil Chahta Hai. Like, it was
after that, yeah,
the
the fort
initial,
scene.
like, it almost wiped out the OG hippie culture because all these tourists from all over started coming to Goa and all of that.
Yeah,
But like, now that I live in Goa and sometimes I'll see a spot, and I'll just be like, ah, like, it's very oddly nostalgic for me. Even if
correct.
the
But
soundtrack I just.
did you hear about like I think EVC or which one is not going happening in Goa right now? Some
Oh,
festival has
sunburn,
moved.
sunburn,
Sunburn,
sunburn.
sunburn. Yeah.
Hmm.
Majorly, like the whole idea for sunburn is in a beach town, and
Yeah.
now it's gone from Goa.
No, no,
And I
I'm
think
glad.
like partly Goans are to blame for it also because of the whole like tourist mafia is like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming.
But they are very happy, trust me, that they live here. I also don't want to join that a little.
Yeah.
But see, somewhere I'm okay with this New Year rush. You know what I mean? Because it's fine, right? I also suddenly like to see throngs of people everywhere. But yeah, all this shit can go. Like, I enjoy it. I've become too like Studio Ghibli in life to enjoy too many idiots or and I live right near Deer Zindagi Road, so trust me, like when I see tourists, I've become that person. Ah, tourists, like I just have a face now. So this is too cute.
Yeah.
If Squid did this for me, I would put a monthly deposit somewhere if Squid agreed to do this with me every day.
Yeah, I think if
So
I
cute.
was a woman, I would have her in my womb essentially. She would
You'd
crawl
what?
into me, have her in my womb, like I give birth to her.
Oh my God. I said that to
Like there's
someone
a
once that I love Squid so much. I want to eat him and birth him. And that
mm.
person was very scarred.
Even at night, the way she sleeps, you should come see sometimes. Like if I'm sleeping like this with my hand like this, वो यहाँ पे आके सोएगी in the gap between my hand and she'll become like a fucking fetus and she's a little obsessed with me.
Dude, I wanted to ask you, since
Mm.
we halfway, we just lived, but do you have any other Indian podcasts that you listen to? Indian.
Not really. I do
Okay,
this also because I feel like there's a cathartic level of, like we still do
sure.
this. But otherwise, like I'm not going out of my way to listen to podcasts these days because like,
Yeah.
like I used to listen to a lot of them before. Very famously, like, I would listen to KBCD also in the middle, once in a while.
Mm,
And Indian that way, like I don't listen to as many like Amit Verma I still sometimes listen to because I enjoy how deep he can dive
mm,
into shit. But yeah, like since this whole fucking year has been like a matter of just getting it done, and now most of my major stuff is done, like the touring and everything.
mm,
September, I'm like relaxing a bit and like just writing, focusing on my other stuff that I've been,
mm.
delaying because of traveling internationally. So yeah, I don't really consume as much podcasts as I used to. Like IVMT, I'm
Because,
not going to consume on principle
oh
because
my
first of
God,
all,
that
they
bad?
produce shit content. I mean, like I think a lot of people have left now. Good people have left. And
Ah,
after like the way they did not even give a shit to like talk to me properly after Shravan passed away, I have like very little like empathy left for that company. How
okay.
it's afloat is a miracle at this point.
Ah. I'll tell you why I asked you that question is because Abhigyan watches a lot of like not podcasts. They are like some of them are podcasts, some of them just happen to be. And I watch
Mm.
him watch this very popular moments of silence. Do you know what I'm talking about? This
I have
Sakshi
no idea.
Shivdasani and that other girl. It's huge right now, right? And initially, I obviously just rolled my eyes that, oh, this is some Gen Z shit, and they'll just like promote some skincare routine. But passively, it has worn me down. Like I do now actively, like I see clips or like, and I'm like, holy shit, that Sakshi Shivdasani girl is so funny. She's actually like,
Yeah,
so I just wanted to know, like, again, like, and then, I don't listen to a lot of Indian stuff, and I don't know. Most of it doesn't even qualify. Now, is Lallan Talk technically a podcast or an interview? Those lines have blurred right now. So somewhere, I'll tell you what I do like. It's not very current right now, but Riya Chakravarti.
yeah. The one because of
Have
the
you seen
controversy.
her podcast by any chance?
So that's what I'm saying. Like now, in a matter
Okay.
of joking, everybody has a podcast. But
I know, but sometimes that's the thing, right? Sometimes you just shrug everything off, ke abhi kiske paas nahi hai, right? Like,
yeah,
but sometimes something does stick out. Like this Riya Chakravarti podcast, I actually love the concept because she went through the whole arrest and Sushant Singh Rajput and drugs, and now she has a second lease on life. So
yeah,
she has this podcast called round two, if I'm not mistaken. I could
Mm.
be totally wrong, but like second chance, basically. And
Yeah.
she has pretty big guests on her show. I'm surprised. Like, I guess back then
Mm.
Bollywood did not support her so much because they were worried of getting sucked into it.
Yeah.
But there's Farhan Akhtar, Amir Khan, Sushmita Sen, these are her guests. And
Mm.
she doesn't talk to them about their life and all. She just talks to them about how they fucked up in life. And I love that. Like it's such a
Nice.
unique,
Yeah.
fresh, because second chance, right? Oh, how did you get out of some sticky situations? And I'm surprised by how forthcoming celebrities are on her show. Where as opposed to somewhere nowadays, if you watch Coffee with Karan, there's no fun left in it because everybody's scared of saying the wrong thing, right? But on
Yeah.
this show, they're very like Amir Khan's like, I'm a fuck all father, and Farhan Akhtar is like, I'm a fuck all husband. Like, I'm like, oh, how sweet. Like, hey,
Yeah.
thoda to bhi. So
I think given the
sometimes,
chance, they would be real. Like, if you give humans
hmm,
or even
hmm,
celebrities that chance of like being raw and
yeah.
honest, they would talk about that shit even on a normal, you know, interview. But like, there's never a chance like that. Everything is so like preset with
Well,
like,
tell me
if you
about
did,
it today.
yeah.
The first, the stand-up comedian Nimish Patel, like he's Indian but
Oh yeah,
American
correct,
stand-up.
correct, 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 correct. Yeah,
The first reel I saw today was him talking about Ganpati. Okay. And I'll separately. I feel like even if I tell you what the content of that reel was, I'm so inquisitive to know what would happen to him if he did this skit in India, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
uh, because he would get killed. I'm not kidding. And
absolutely.
the thing is, what he said, he just has a funny take on how he's explaining Hindu mythology to white and a white audience, right? So he's trying to explain the concept of Ganesha. How did he happen to have an elephant head and all? And he adds this very stoner comedy element to it, like
Yeah, yeah,
Shiva's like, okay, I'm out, and when he comes back, he sees this baby, so he like swipes his head off and like whatever. And I'm so inquisitive to see like I felt that even in Office, in that one episode where they do Diwali at
yeah,
Mindy
yeah,
Kaling's house, and there's that whole there's so much humor around Hindu mythology in that, and sometimes I'm like,
yeah.
how come they don't rage about things that are outside India but insulting of their
Yeah, there's a famous scene like where during Christmas party, Robert California, like James Spader character,
hmm,
comes and says,
oh yeah,
"Happy Jay Ganapati" or something, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
What's that?" And he's
yeah,
like, "It's a festival during December for the Lord Ganesha,"
yeah,
and she just says,
yeah.
"Ew," like a Hindu character just says, "Ew." That would not
uh,
fly, not today,
yeah.
but not even like in the context of like. But it's very interesting because what you said is also like I've been noticing that a lot recently in terms of like a lot of self censorship happens with comedians generally
I was going
because
to ask you, do you naturally tend to do that now? Because,
I mean I've never joked about any other religion as much as my own to keep it on a safer
hmm,
ground from the very beginning. You know what I say?
got
Like
it.
I have this very like one of my favorite funny bits, but I had to cut it out from my special because I knew it would
Uh,
cause chaos. But the context of it was like when I was in a convent school, I was bullied by the other Hindu kids for not having a cooler god. And I'm like, okay, yeah,
okay.
because we only have the one, and they had like so many, and every god of theirs had a vehicle of their own. Okay, so that's where the thought of it began. Like if I looked at a
Hmm,
Hindu god poster, like everybody's riding like an animal, and I'm like,
hmm,
that's so cool. Jesus
hmm,
hanging on a cross, not fun. So even there, like the POV was like, my god is not as like badass.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Ganpati on a
yeah, yeah,
mouse is like it's a cool
yeah.
image.
Mad
Saraswati on
Max.
a tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's like everybody's like
yeah,
but then I knew that if I put that bit out in its entirety, it would like create no unnecessary controversies. If
yeah,
not now, then later, some idiot will find it out. Like I
yeah,
still feel that the only respite for me has been I dropped my bottle. The only respite for me has been that I speak in English, and that's why I'm like not exactly in their radar. Whereas like a Munawar Kamra and all these other idiots, mostly they do majority Hindi, so they're pretty much like those BJP gawars don't understand English.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
Uh, they don't have a Sashi Tharoor in their groups.
Oh my
That's what
God.
I feel like. I was I was chilling with this comic called Tom Rhodes in Budapest, and like when I
Hmm.
was at the festival at Ziget, like there were like comics from around the world. Uh, so it was like a full hobnobbing session with like there was a guy called Tony Woods as well. Like, and it was so funny because Tony Woods' ex is also Idris Alba's ex, and I'm like, wow, this is like a cool
Who's
three
that?
degrees. Tony Woods, like Idris Alba, the actor.
Idris Alba. Okay.
Yeah, so they both dated the same Indian chick, and he was telling me about it because they were like, "Wow, oh wow, we actually dated an Indian girl, man." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, we are all together."
Yeah.
But it was fun because uh, Tom Rose, another comic, has been there for like a while now, 20 years of comedy, and he was telling me about this one bit similarly where like if she's like a lot of girls in America will say Jesus when they're being when they're being
Hmm.
fucked. But if this girl, this Indian girl, kept yelling Indian god names, I would not even be able to tell which god she's yelling because there's so many of them. So then
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
gives example. I'm like, great bit, but you cannot ever do it in India because it'll
Yeah.
get you in trouble essentially. And I don't know,
Yep.
like it was never like this. We got like this, like all the bits they're talking about, even what Nimesh Patel does usually. I've seen a lot of his specials.
Hmm.
What you could do all of this let's say until circa 2017, 2018, it was chill. Like the biggest issue was like Tanmay doing Snapchat filters with Modi ji's face on it or whatever. That was like a side errand essentially.
Yeah,
But
Lata
the com
Mangeshkar and
yeah, yeah. But that was when it became viral on the internet. Like, but the comedy rooms were safer. But like cut to last year
hmm.
when I was on the Habitat stage and I asked people like how many people they voted for Modi, there were three hands that went up. Like these people are now
Hmm.
circumventing that societal blockade of like what stand-up comedy was,
Hmm.
and now they're going to comedy rooms because they're able to afford to. But that comes
Hmm.
that judgment ki like okay if I'm doing and in my some of my sets I go very like in deep and like, I talk about eating ass and fisting and all. So I don't want that
Exactly.
like
Your is
judgment
already
ki,
controversial for India.
and
Hmm.
then one lady has to do like that sound they have to make कि like इसने क्या बोल दिया.
Yeah.
Then I'm like तू सुन भोसड़ी की अभी तू सुनेगी लौड़ी
Uh,
like
uh,
fucking don't come here if you can't listen to it. If you've never gotten your fucking vagina fucked, why are you leaving your house? Stay at home and fucking shove a fucking balloon up your gun. I don't give a shit. Don't leave your homes, motherfuckers. Why do you come out to comedy rooms? I'm talking to directly people who are listening to me. Why? If you can't take stand up, why you leave your house?
I'm
Stay
trying to
in your
wash
fucking
my
home.
eyes away from this in case your
Yeah.
house gets ransacked.
You to ready. Like I'm always like, come step up to me, bitches. I'm ready. I'm not like
Sometimes do
these
you ever
fucking
get tempted
pansies.
that fuck it, I want you don't do a full on obnoxious this, but just enough to get popular, like very popular as a comedian. Because
Yeah, yeah.
that's the route for a lot of like even this season of Big Boss. I don't know if you know. Do you know Praneeth More, a
Of
comedian?
course.
He's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this season of Big Boss. And
I'm
again,
not
I've not
surprised,
seen
dude.
any of his comedy, but
Yeah.
surprisingly, he's one of the most level-headed people so far in the house. It's only three episodes in.
He's a sweet chap. He's an RJ. So he started his career as an RJ on the internet. He would do
He
prank
has
calls
a
and
face for
stuff.
radio, yeah.
Yeah, face for radio for sure. He
Yeah.
reminds me of King Julian from Madagascar, if you think about it.
Oh my
With a,
God, that is so
am I
funny.
right or am
Yeah.
I right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are right. And
But
in fact,
then,
yours is better than mine because I told Abhigyan he looks like the anger from Inside Out. A little to me, at least the eyes and all, he looks
yeah,
very like,
yeah. With the,
huh.
but
Even though he's
anyways,
a very calm person.
yeah, sweet chap. Okay, like when I speak to him, like such a nice guy, but his comedy is very like very derivative. Like, oh, तुम गुजरात से हो, तुम लोग तो बाद में ऐसा ढोकला खाते रहोगे एयरपोर्ट
Kokla.
पे. Like this, the most base level fucking stuff. And one of the reasons I fucking stopped performing at Habitat is because of that shit. Because that idiot Balraj would not collaborate with me on my reels, but he will collaborate with Pranit
Okay.
More on anything. Like literally that kind of just fucking drivel,
Sorry.
literally fucking lowest common denominator shit. Anyways, that became. Then he said something about some actor, and then got beaten up. Who's that actor in that pilot movie? The new guy they launched, some guy's son. I can't
Hmm.
remember. Veer. What was the guy's
Oh,
name?
Paharia.
Paharia, correct, that guy. Yeah. So his fans came and beat him up after the show, and that became like his claim to fame essentially. So you're right. Like even in Munawar's case, or even in this guy's case,
Yeah,
like when
it's a
someone
great
attacks
like
you, then suddenly you're like, oh. But I don't want that, because I'm not somebody who'll get beaten up. I'm just like that, one of those guys. I'll find the closest sharp object and I'm start taking eyes out, gouging eyes out. I'm one of those people. I'm like, you beat me, but
Yeah,
I'm taking one of you out at least. One of you is going with me today, and that's the way it's gonna be. That's how it is. So that's what I'm worried about. It's like not about my
better me.
well-being, but who comes to me is gonna be there. I'm like, step up to me. If you're gonna come in a group, I'm gonna take you all out. Let's see how it goes.
Wow.
This one of those things I'm mentally ready for, because I've lived that life essentially for the longest time. Like, I've grown up in the chawl. I've seen, like, disparity up close. So it's one of those things
Mm.
where, like, oh mujhe mara, oh my god. I've been, like, accused by square people also of, like, not of
Huh.
saying something outlandish once in a while. So it's just like
Mm.
mera koi nahi hai, I feel sometimes.
Yeah. Except your lovely cat. No, yeah, sometimes I'm like, I saw this, The Life of Chuck with Tom Hiddleston. Okay.
Yeah,
Very non-horror, but like there is some element of like death and darkness and all around it. And I
yeah,
had no idea once the movie ended, oh, based on a short story by Stephen King. I'm like, what has he not done? Like, it's amazing actually,
yeah,
because that's what happens, right? Every year, even I feel like truly horror में जो देखने का है सब देख लिया, because it's such a limited genre like that. But now this year suddenly has been such a surprise. Three new great horror flicks, like everybody's talking about and all.
yeah.
And
But I'll definitely
yeah,
say,
so
like, Weapons car marketing was much smarter than what the movie is eventually, if that
hmm.
makes sense. Like,
Oh,
the first news I got was Jordan Peele has fired his entire management
yeah, yeah,
for not
yeah,
getting
yeah,
the rights for this film. And I'm like, okay, if Jordan Peele was key about, like, oh
yeah,
wow, key. Anyways, he was so, like,
yeah.
into making that film. So, like, he must
Hmm,
have really wanted it. And then, of
hmm,
course, the guy who's made it, like, same guy as Barbarian. His whole thing is like, okay, this is going to be a bit of a genre shift or, like, mind flip thing happening halfway through or whatever.
hmm, hmm,
Let's see, like, how it, in the long game. I want to see how it fares, because right now everybody's calling it a horror masterpiece and one of its kind and whatever. But that could
hmm.
also be a subset of, like, them getting big actors and big names right now, like,
Even I was quite
the
bummed out
actress.
because
Yeah,
more than horror, I found Together quite funny. Intentionally, it's quite funny.
yeah.
And first of all, I did not know James Franco and Alison Brie are husband and wife. I did not know that.
No, no,
But
not James
this
Franco,
whole
his brother,
Dave Franco,
Dave
Dave
Franco.
Franco,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
And the
And they were
whole
accused of,
debate.
yeah, they were accused of stealing the
Exactly.
story.
And
Yeah,
first I
yeah,
thought, right, good similarity, but then yesterday on Reddit I saw side by side comparison of the original film, and I was like, yeah, I enjoyed your stupid movie, and now I feel
yeah.
conflicted. But they made their money, which is what I was saying with the stand-up thing. Also, just fucking do it, dude. Like, do something controversial. थोड़ा खा ले एक दो, थोड़ा जेल जाके आ, and then done, set.
Yeah, it's easier said than
Then
done,
Big
bitch.
Boss.
Like, yeah, yeah. No,
You know
years,
how
like, years
religiously
the
I would watch Big Boss if you were on it. I mean, I would
Oh,
love
I
it.
would do
Like,
so well. I've always thought about it in many ways, and I would be, like,
yeah,
really good at it. I would really put some
yeah,
bitches in their place, because I'm not like one of those oh my god queers who's like, you're gonna throw shit at me and I'm gonna take it down like
yeah,
KRK did.
yeah,
I'm gonna fucking throw shit back at you, bitch.
yeah.
Like, I'm one
Dude,
of
Big Boss
those
needs to
psycho
start
queers.
doing that, dude. They used to have like one token queer
Yeah,
every
yeah,
season. And this season was supposed to be shit. I don't know if he's out and about, but okay. There was rumors of one queer person going into the house, but I did not see them suddenly. So I was like, oh, okay, no queer person this time.
they're like,
But
yo, आपका जगह closet में.
um,
But like my friend Jia also, like, she's obsessed with Big Boss, and like she does like watch parties and then does Insta lives and people discuss Big Boss on it, and I'm like, wow, people have really a lot of time in their lives. Because, like, for me, like,
don't
my
say that.
go-to guilty pleasure is like Drag Race. I understand where it's coming from, because I could consume like seasons of Drag Race at ends, like, basically, because I enjoy that.
The
But
thing I'll tell you, sometimes
yeah,
a lot of friends find it shocking that I love Big Boss, because I'm also someone who will watch like the most obscure Norwegian film. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
truly, I'll tell you, the main reason, it has nothing to do with the show. I actually just like routine. I What shows do you have routine around in? Like when you're a child, Friday night Simpsons on Star Movies, or Star Plus or
Yeah,
whatever, right? You had that,
yeah, yeah,
and just knowing that for 3 months I will have one thing to watch every day, and then what they and the second reason I like it is I like fights about chai patti and ye cup idhar kisne choda. I enjoy those fights, because those are
yeah,
true. Those are Yesterday there was a huge fight in the Big Boss house about the fatness of chapati. Okay, the
okay.
90s vamp Kuneka.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's in this season of Big Boss, and she's taken over
Nice.
the kitchen, and she basically makes very fat chapatis. Okay, so
Mm.
someone tells her like, "ये chapati नहीं, ये तो पराठा है, and आप थोड़ा पतला बना." And then they get into this fight about the width of a chapati, and I'm like, "This is so good, like such quality."
Yeah, yeah. Which is real life
And
also.
yeah, and then it goes into, हाँ तेरे पास 1 million followers रहेंगे, पर you don't think that I also have done shit in Bollywood, and I'm like,
Yeah.
chapati say, how did you go to followers? Like it's amazing. I love it.
It's basic like insecurity which comes out with
Yeah,
everybody.
but I've
That's how,
learned
yeah.
no matter how much I try to justify my love for Big Boss, people always just judge me for watching. I don't care honestly. Fuck.
My favorite clip is watching Leslie Jordan ka Big Brother. You remember when Leslie
Ah,
Jordan was on
yeah,
Big
yeah,
Big
yeah,
Brother?
yeah,
And
yeah,
like usually you see him as like a soft, certain queer man who's
yeah,
like the most,
yeah,
cute things he says. But then on that show, even he was like that. That show pushes you to the point where like you really
yeah,
see people for who they are. And like so,
yeah.
Celebrity Big Brother. I remember Tiffany Pollard, New York.
Hmm.
She
Oh my
there
God,
was a
yeah,
there was a person called David on the show with them, and at the same time
yeah,
David Bowie died.
yeah.
So she thought the
Right,
person in the
yeah.
show died, and she had such an overt reaction that she's so funny. I love her.
David
And
is
then Gemma
gone.
Collins was on it. Gemma Collins, uh,
Yeah,
where famously I'm claustrophobic. Darren came from that only.
yeah, yeah.
What else is there? Uh, Gemma thinks she's seen a ghost with that North UK accent. Gemma thinks
Uh,
she's seen a ghost. That's the narrator talks. I love it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love reality TV sometimes. It's just so stupid.
Dude, can I tell
Yeah.
you just attempt this, okay?
Mm.
Just attempt this blindly. Look, sometimes, there's that glass blowing show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Where you blow glass. Now, see,
It's
that's
called glass blowers
absolutely
only.
glass blowers. I'm
I think that's what it's
forgetting.
called.
Hot. No, no, no. It has some pun in it. Hot glass or whatever.
Mm.
Uh, Basically, these are things that are so out of my skill set. I don't care about these hobbies, but then sometimes there's a reality show about it. But I'll tell you what me and Avigan thoroughly enjoy right now. The Great
Mm.
British Sewing Bee. Okay,
Wow.
and I'll tell you, it's like the most green flag reality show you can think of. They get amateur embroiderers and like amateur, not like some seasoned cutthroat. इसने jacket बनाया, इसने jeans बनाया, right? And so
Mm.
one's like an 80-year-old man, there's a 20-year-old girl. Like all of them are like people who just sew shit for their grandkids or their wife or
Yeah.
husband and all. And every episode they have like a challenge. Like, okay, the last episode was they had to make Tina Turner's dress, like the frilly dress, and they have
Mm.
to embroider it. And no, like, oh, this is stupid, this no negative shit. They are just humorous, cute British people who have a tea break in the middle of the episode. Like, it's so cute. Like, I love
Yeah.
that show. It literally
That's why
is
like
so calm.
even the British Bake Off show,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Great British
Green,
Bake Off
green
is so
flag.
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Paul Hollywood can like sit on my face. I love that show.
Yeah. Okay,
She just now
let's
just
do
wants
this.
food.
Yeah,
Oh
tell
yeah,
me.
I'm ready with my recommendation this week. I'll go first.
Go.
Because I live where you used to live, like the Chuim village area. I don't know if you know about this one Radiwala when you walk from the junction towards Pali. There's like a small Radiwala who
Okay.
keeps books available. I found this book called Love Town. It's a book by a Polish writer called Mikhail Witkowski. And I was
Okay.
just like, whatever. Picked up a book for Abhi and me, like 100 rupees. I got two books. And recently, when I was coming back from Prague, I left my charger at my hostel in Prague. So I had to travel across two countries without any phone battery. So all I had was the book. So I read like a madman, and my mind was blown. This is like basically set in 80s communist era, Poland, where like the USSR
Okay.
was essentially controlling Europe, and what the queers used to live like in that. So reporters going around asking old drag queens and old queens.
Wow.
Most of them have been like have died due to AIDS as well, but the ones who survived are telling the stories to the reporter now, and it's
Hmm.
mind-boggling. It's so hilarious and
What is it called?
it's so
Love Done by?
perverted by Mikhail Witkowski. I'll show you
Okay.
the photo afterwards.
Okay.
Is the book
Okay.
there, Abhi? Pass the book. No? You can start with the recommendation. I'll get the book after.
Okay.
This one,
Got
this
it.
one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Mikhail. Okay.
And
Okay.
then
Nice.
I only read the back. It was just it's such a good book. It'll change your life. I don't know if it'll
I'll
change your
check
life,
it out.
but it'll make you laugh.
Okay. I have a very random recommendation. I've realized I've recommended YouTube accounts, whatever videos, the Instagram, whatever over the years. But okay, you need to know one thing about me. I hate board games. I love board games, but if I have to play them in a party context, like where there's a gathering at home and suddenly everyone's explaining rules to me, and if I have questions, everybody gets
Yeah.
impatient with me. It gives me
Tell me about
so
it.
much anxiety that I don't play. If I know, if I'll firstly tell them that, listen, you'll play, I'll chill on the side, I'll
Yeah.
take care of
Yeah.
music, I'll be on my phone, I'll do my own thing, it's fine. And then they look at you like, oh, you're such a Debbie Downer. But they want the rights to make you feel stupid, right? But
Yeah.
this week I was at a friend's house and they got out this game. It's called Code Names. Okay, I don't know if you've played it. Okay, it's
I've heard
called
about
Code
this. Yeah.
Names. I had, I was electrified. I was so into this game. It is incredible. So for the first time, I'm going to recommend a board game. So much so
Nice.
that I came back home and I also realized that holy shit, board games are so expensive. Like
They
they're
are. Yeah.
so fucking expensive. But I got like so ideally this is a four minimum people game, right? But there's a two-player one. I came home and Amazon, I bought every codename variant there is. Just I want to be prepared. Whenever people are going to come to my house, I'm like code names. Nothing else. I don't care what you want to
Nice.
do. We are playing code names. So uh just get it. It's even if you want to get code names, do it. It's a
Yeah.
great game to, especially with your partner, because it's like a game of like not only how well you know each other, but like how well can how do I say this? All couples have like an inside language, and even though this is
Yeah.
not a couples game, relationship game at all, it's about some spies, and you have to catch some people using words. Okay, but I just felt like. Holy shit, I felt so alive in my relationship playing this game. Like, it was like he could totally read my mind in a group full of people. And so Codenames and Codenames Duet. These are two board games I would
Nice.
highly recommend
Yeah.
to
Good board games can change the dynamic, like in a room, right?
oh,
Like what's
absolutely.
happened.
And
But like my friend would bring out Shasan and everybody would be like, oh fuck no, fucking
see, but
5 hours
that's the
of
thing.
this
Also, what I
screaming
loved
and all.
about Codenames, I needed to play one when they were verbally explaining it to me. मेरा सब ऊपर से जा रहा था. I become थोड़ा dyslexic. Like, what are you saying?
Oh,
How are points scored? What that happens? But this I just literally needed to play the first round to understand. Okay, this is the game, right? So there wasn't
mm,
like that heavy fucking like Catan and all of that where you steal
yeah,
their donkey and now produce a baby with a cow and then that cow is the king and I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up. But this
yeah,
was just a simple one round. I totally got what the game is, and it was just I thought like knowing that it was a game night, I already had an exit strategy, but we ended up playing it till like 3, 4 in the morning, and my friends are visibly fucking drunk and tired, and but we just kept going. Like, okay, no, no, one more, one more, one more, one more. It was just after ages, I had that childlike. fun playing
Yeah.
some fucking board games or code names. That's my suggestion.
I remember even that one, this one circular card thing that comes in a box. I don't remember the name right now. But it's like it's very famous. Anybody knows the name, just tell them to me. Because like it's cards with like images on it, and then it's like for children, but even adults can enjoy it. But like you're supposed to keep,
Hmm.
and you can play it multiple ways. So you put like a card, and if you see a similar thing on the card, then you it's again if I'm explaining, it's not making fun. But like
Hmm.
we were in Chennai and we found it's a random board game place and we played over there. It's
Hmm.
a lot of fun. Cool. So those were our recommendations, and that was the episode for this week. We will start uploading episodes on YouTube now because
See ya.
fuck Spotify, straight up. And yeah, so if you see the episode being uploaded randomly from a random number, just know that there's a repository out there of episodes, and we'll do this every week. Now we're trying to get like a timeline together. So we'll record every Friday. We might just do some YouTube lives as well. So if you all are free and would like to join in, please join in on Friday mornings. Then we'll do this together. Until then, this is me, Naveen. You have to say your
Farhad,
name. This is
bye.
me, Farhad.
Oh, Farhad, bye. Bye. I'm just
Bye.
not excited about anything in life. Bye.
Watch a Ghibli movie or a Ghibli movie.
Bye.